Hello. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. It is 7:41 p.m. here in Florida. And, yeah, my wife was planning on doing bedtime. I was planning on doing bedtime. And my wife was planning on working out. She usually does that whenever I do bedtime. But she doesn't feel very good. She's a little under the weather. So she was like, I'm going to skip working out and I'll do bedtime. So I figured I would hop on here for an hour and shoot the shit with you guys. Got myself a little Flying Squirrel Nut Brown Ale from Veterans United Craft Brewery down in Jacksonville. Got myself a big cup of water, and I am ready to shoot the shit. What's on your mind? What's new? I saw some of you guys earlier. In my afternoon stream. So welcome once again. If you were here earlier. When I was cooking dinner, what is this song? Let's get rid of this song. How about let's delete it from the playlist? I must have used that song for a video. And it found its way on my streaming playlist. Anyway, but while I was cooking dinner, I was on Instagram. And I never look at live Instagram things, you know, when people broadcast live. I never look at those. But I saw that Casper Van Dien was streaming, so I clicked on it, and he was signing autographs. And I'm assuming these are people who like ordered autographs from I don't know if he has a website or wherever. But like it made me I kind of want a Casper Van Dien autograph to go on my wall somewhere. And also, it made me want to watch Starship Troopers. I haven't watched that movie in quite a while. And, you know, it was always one of my favorites growing up. Really, as a teenager, I loved it. I never really... I mean, I know there's a lot... We talked about Starship Troopers earlier, too, didn't we? Man, that's funny. Talked about Starship Troopers in the live stream earlier. Saw Casper Van Dien signing autographs. Maybe want to watch Starship Troopers, and now we're talking about it again. But yeah, maybe want to watch it. I haven't watched it in years. I'm sure a lot of the satire that is in the movie went over my head as a teenager. I've seen it multiple times as an adult, but I would love to revisit it again. I probably haven't watched it in its entirety in maybe 10 years from start to finish, but yeah. You want to watch Norbit? There you go, Oscar. What's up, man? Vince, Josh, Christian. Good to see you guys. Catherine, Paul, Fetman, Darth Nicholas. What's up, Darth? Welcome, guys. What is this song? Okay. I must have put this on a playlist as well, a video too. Yeah, I'll just skip it. There we go. I was cooking dinner. What's up, Darth? Nick says, hello there. Been a long time since I last caught a stream. Well, welcome, man. It's good to see you. I haven't been doing too many streams lately. I actually did. This is my second stream of the day. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. You know, I've uploaded 2 videos in the past, week, which is a lot for me recently. Yeah, I got some other videos typed up in the works, so. Caretaker Wanted, thank you so much for the first super chat and channel support of the stream. It's good to see you, man. Caretaker says, Palpabeer, you want the cerveza, don't you? I can't do it. I can't do I can maybe do a good Palpatine, do it, or whatever. Anybody can do that, right? I can't do... There's this sarcastic, oh, you want this cerveza, don't you? There's this, oh, pity me, pity you, tone in his voice when he's saying that, right? In Return of the Jedi. If you have no idea what Caretaker's talking about, watch my latest video. It's about a fun little thing that came out of Chile 21 years ago. Apparently on one of the TV broadcasts, of the original trilogy in 2003, a beer company spliced in some really clever advertisements in the movie. And when I say in the movie, I mean like it flows with the movie. So watch that video, get yourself a little chuckle. Mr. Nick, thank you so much for being a member. You've been a member for longer than 4 months. But welcome once again. Nick says, just saw Dune 2 today on IMAX. What a fantastic experience, even better than the first. Have you had a chance to watch it yet? The book is awesome too. No, I haven't gotten around to seeing it. I'm honestly, as much of a bummer as it is, I'm probably going to have to wait until it comes out for home viewing. I definitely want to watch it. It's like tip top of my list right now. When me and my wife watched the first one, we didn't see it in the theater. It's hard to get to the movie theater with a 5-year-old. You know, you got to coordinate babysitter. You got to bother people to watch a kid so you and your wife can go see a movie. But when we watched it at home, I was just sitting there, like, completely enthralled. And I was like, man, I feel like I'm experiencing something. I was completely engaged, and I don't get that very often from movies in general, you know. I just sounded like Scooby-Doo there. For movies. So I've heard nothing but good things about the second one, and I'm super excited to watch it. But yeah, I never read the book. I want to say I own the book in paperback, and I've owned it since I was like a teenager, but I've never read it. It's one of those things. I love reading science fiction, hard sci-fi and stuff like that. I have a hard time like getting into reading like even Lord of the Rings, and sometimes it's hard for me to get into reading Star Wars. And a lot of it is because, and maybe it's just my stupid brain, but trying to remember the names of characters and stuff like that, I feel like Dune would be a little overwhelming for my simple brain reading it, you know what I mean? But I don't know, the movies are fun, and I'll probably just stick with those, you know? But I appreciate that support all these years, Nick. I know it's been a lot longer than 4 months. I don't know why it says that, but cheers, man. Yeah, of course, Caretaker. It was a fun video to make, and when I saw it, I just cracked up. It's just such a clever little way to advertise. Vince says, I'm a little goofy and stubborn with movies. When everyone heaves praise on something, I'm hesitant to see it. Everything, everywhere, I've yet to see because I'm stubborn and dumb. I don't know. I'm kind of the same way, Vince. I feel like we're very similar. I'm the same way with... I mean, like, I don't know what it is about my brain, but when something's super popular, the cynic comes out in me. And I almost want to trash it, and I know that's a shitty way to be. That it's like the teenage, you know, Green Day was better, you know, during Kerplunk, or Blink-182 was better, Dude Ranch. You know what I mean? It's like the same attitude that I harbor from when I was a teenager. You know what I mean? Oh, you like that thing that's super popular? Cool, I'm gonna trash it. But yeah, like Everything Everywhere All at Once, or whatever it's called, it was fun. I completely forgot about it until you just mentioned it. I mean, a lot of the ideas and whatnot have been done. But I liked a lot of, I don't know, it's one of those like kind of Fifth Element-y, sillier than the, way sillier than The Matrix. It's like The Matrix, Fifth Element, and John Wick all put together, and it's got some really fun, goofy, like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy style sci-fi that I that I enjoyed. But yeah, I don't really have a desire to watch it again, and I'm kind of surprised that it blew up and was as acclaimed as it was. But yeah. Yeah, we watched Saltburn, Josh. Yeah, that's one of those movies that I kind of forgot about too after we watched it. I mean, the acting was great and everything, and it's one of those movies that kind of makes you feel icky. But yeah. You want to feel icky? Watch Gummo. Have we ever talked about Gummo? Nothing new for trash like you. Any thoughts on Star Wars Dark Forces remastered? Oliver Twist. Yeah, I would like to get it at some point. I'm not really in any rush. You know, I have what is this song? Let's delete it from the playlist. Whenever I hear a song that doesn't fit, and I probably used it in a video once, I'm just going to delete it from the playlist. What was I saying? Oh, I can't remember what I was... Oh, the Dark Forces remastered game. I have Dark Forces, you know. I play it in DOS box or whatever it's called, and I've been playing it for years, and I've live streamed it and stuff like that. So it's cool that it's remastered, but I feel like, to me, it's not really worth me spending the money on it. I'm glad people are able to play it on a console and stuff like that now. It's awesome that it's kind of being revitalized, and maybe a new generation that wouldn't otherwise play it is able to check it out. But for me, it's not one that I'm jumping at the bit to get, because I technically already own it, and I've owned it for, you know, decades. And I played it so many times, you know. Now, if I wasn't able to play it over the past 20, 30 years, yeah, I'd probably be a little more excited for a remastered version, but, you know, I've streamed it numerous times, I've played through it numerous times, and not that long ago even, you know. But yeah. You mentioned Gummo in your review of one of the Clone Wars episode, the one with Zero the Hutt and Sice Noodles kissing. Really? I don't remember that at all. I really don't remember those videos much at all. Those Clone Wars reviews videos. That's funny. Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much. Cerveza, is that like pod racing fuel? Yeah, somebody should do that with the prequels. Splice in product placements that just kind of flow into the film. I'm sure that is going to be... I'm sure people are going to do that as silly YouTube videos now. I wish I would have thought of it. I wish... It's such a fun, goofy thing. It seems like YouTube gags, but no, it actually broadcasted in 2003, you know? Cerveza, is that pod racing fuel? Pour it in. Must go faster. I appreciate that, Oscar. That was a fun video to make, and like, I made it in like an hour, and I was like, this is goofy. I love this kind of goofy stuff. Holdovers was good. I liked the Holdovers. I would say it's worth a watch. Everybody's great in it, and it's... Yeah, I liked it. It's worth a watch, just as... you know... just people from all walks of life interacting and being stuck in a place. And I would say it's worth a watch. I enjoyed it. Yeah. Dune Awakening MMORPG game looks really cool. I was reading a little bit about it last night, and I saw an article that said it interviewed one of the developers, and the developer said they took a lot of inspiration from Star Wars Galaxies. He said a lot of the team played a lot of old school MMOs like that, and he didn't shit on World of Warcraft, but he said he misses the days of old school MMO sandbox games, and before like World of Warcraft took over and everybody tried to copy it. So it gave me hope, even more hope for the game, because I'm a huge Star Wars Galaxies fan. It's my favorite Star Wars game of all time. It's what I like in a massively multiplayer online game. So knowing that the developers are inspired by that type of MMO gives me a lot, even more hope than I already had for the game, So, Darth Nicholas, thank you so much for the super chat. Channel support. Nick says, have you had a chance to watch Bad Batch? Season 3 just started and is off to a great start so far. No, I haven't watched any of it yet. Actually, I take that back. I watched the first episode of the first season. But I haven't had a chance to really dive into it. It's man, I have a hard time getting into Star Wars animated stuff. I'm sure it's great, but like whenever a Star Wars animated show comes out, it's never on the tip top of my list of things to watch. I don't really watch a lot by myself, and my wife really doesn't have a desire to watch an animated Star Wars show, and I don't really either. I differentiate like animated Star Wars and live action Star Wars, and I know that's stupid, but in my brain, I differentiate the two, and I don't have that burning desire to watch animated Star Wars like I do live action. Maybe I'm in the minority with that. Or maybe there's a lot of other people that kind of agree with me, but yeah. Maybe I'll watch it in the future, but that I haven't even finished Rebels, man. I watched all of the Clone Wars because of peer pressure, but I enjoyed it. There's so much animated Star Wars. I still haven't watched any Tales of the Jedi, or I watched like one episode of Visions. I've watched one episode of The Bad Batch. I've watched the first season of Rebels. I watched a couple episodes of Resistance. But yeah. Anyway, I appreciate that, man. The Bad Batch is definitely the most consistent Star Wars animated series. Not perfect by any means, but when it hits, it really hits. Gotcha. Maybe in a few years, my daughter will want to watch some animated Star Wars, and we'll just binge watch all the shows, but I kind of doubt it. Vince says, I agree with the animated stuff. As great as some of the stories are in the Clone Wars, some of my favorite moments, but there's a big disconnect with me. Yeah, me too. Oh, I didn't know that. Andor's coming out on Blu-ray? Nice. Yeah, I mean, the only reason we have Disney Plus is because of our kid. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have it unless like Andor season 2 is coming out or something like that. There's really not much on there that I care about. I'm not one to watch a lot of animated Star Wars stuff. So it's really a streaming service that isn't necessarily for me. We subscribe to Disney Plus and Netflix. Those are the only two that we, and we get Hulu because we pay for Hulu Live. But we also get HBO just through our phone provider, actually. AT&T gives you free HBO Max or whatever it's called. But yeah, if it wasn't for our daughter, we would probably cancel Disney Plus. Yeah. Oops. Sorry. Had a old cup of coffee on my desk, and I tried to move it, and guess what? I'm clumsy. And I knocked it into the side of my keyboard and spilled a little bit. Luckily, it didn't go on my keyboard. What's up, Matt Fern? Greedo, have you played Helldivers yet? It scratches that Starship Troopers itch like crazy. No, not yet. Briefly talked about it earlier in my afternoon live stream. I'll probably end up getting it. We're going on that cruise in about a week. I'll probably end up getting it after the cruise. A bunch of my buddies are playing it right now and loving it. I don't play as many games as them, and they always are like bouncing from game to game to game. It's like I'll maybe play with them once a week if I'm lucky. So like one week they'll be like, hey, buy this game, and I'll buy it and we'll play it that night. And then the next week I'll be like, hey, I'm hopping on, what are you guys playing? And they have bought another game, and I'm like, what happened to the game you guys were playing last week? And then the next week it's a different game, and the next week it's a different game, and I'm like, I can't keep up. I can't keep spending $40 to play with you guys for 2 hours. And I'm kind of hoping Helldivers is a game that sticks and they keep playing it for a while, because I'm one to stick with games for a long time if they hit, you know. But Vince says they're coming out with that Mando movie, and it sucks because I've been wanting a new movie to come out, but I don't think I care anymore. Yeah, I mean, I would be excited for a new Star Wars movie, but Mandalorian, yeah, it's fun. I forgot. I didn't even finish the 3rd season. I haven't been paying attention to much at all. I never even finished the 3rd season. It kind of lost me, you know. 2nd season kind of lost me. 1st season was great. I really liked it. But meh. So like a Mandalorian movie, I mean, I'll go see it, but it's not exactly something that's super exciting to me. No. Yeah, sounds similar to my friend group. I think we all mutually agree to stick on Helldivers. It feels more fresh than any multiplayer experience of late. Well, that's good to hear. Yeah, we talked about it a little earlier. I was worried that it was going to get repetitive and whatnot, but a lot of people kind of eased my worry. I'll probably end up getting it. It seems fun. Favorite thing since Empire? Andor? Yeah, I mean, for me, it's pretty high up there as well. Definitely plan on rewatching the 1st season as the 2nd season gets closer, for sure. Mr. Nick, Darth Nicholas, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support once again, man. Nick says, I honestly felt nothing when the Mandalorian Grogu movie was announced. Feels more like a business decision than a creative one. Yeah, I'm kind of with you, man. You know, as I've said before, the first season was great. The first season kind of stood on its own 2 feet. It was a new and fresh and fun idea, new characters, new adventure, and then it eventually became just kind of bogged down, for me at least. I'm not, you know, you guys know me. I'm not one to, like, need a bunch of connections or want to see familiar faces constantly. So, like, you know, when Boba Fett and Ahsoka and all these other characters popped up that we're already familiar with, it had the opposite effect on me than it did a lot of other people. I'm sitting there like, oh man, we had a good thing going. Why do we need to churn out a bunch of characters that we already know? We had a good story going. And it lost me. It lost me. So, you know, that bad taste that I had in my mouth translated over to the movie announcement as well. Obviously, I'm going to go see it. I hope it kicks ass. But the show kind of left me behind as someone who wants new and unique and interesting Star Wars stories that have nothing to do with what we're already familiar with. You know, when people want like more Vader or more Palpatine, when people want more Boba Fett, more Kenobi, I mean, I get it. We love what we love, but I'm sitting back like, damn it, man, I want something new. I want something new. Why do we constantly, as Star Wars fans, have to revisit over and over and over again what we're already familiar with? What is that burning desire that some people have to just constantly revert back to the safe space of, you know, wanting more Luke, wanting more Vader, wanting more Darth Maul and General Grievous and things that we're already familiar with? That is the last thing that I want. You know, for a franchise to, you know, progress and evolve, it's gotta grow beyond what we're already familiar with. And some people aren't gonna like it. That's fine, but that's what it has to do. And we're getting that. We're getting that with, you know, certain shows and movies and whatnot. But when the shows that, you know, stand on their own 2 feet and introduce new and unique stuff that we don't know, and then those shows turn into Star Wars greatest hits, it loses me. It has the opposite effect that it does on a lot of people, you know. But yeah. Anyway, Nick, I appreciate that, man. I'm with you. Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much as well. Oscar says, hopefully Skeleton Crew is where Filoni tries new things. He is directing and writing episodes for it. Hopefully here is where he'll stretch his wings. I mean, I hope so. I don't know really what to expect. I think we all have it built up in our mind, or at least I do, that it's going to be, you know, like Stand By Me or Goonies in the Star Wars universe, and maybe that'll be the case. You know, tonally, that would be awesome. I'm not getting my hopes up too high with that, but you know, I do hope it's a very fresh taste, a fun. I hope it's lighthearted. I hope, you know, I love me some drab Star Wars, but I also want some fun, goofy, lighthearted stuff. And I think Skeleton Crew is obviously a good place to put a dash of that into the soup. But yeah, well, I mean, we'll see, Oscar. Again, it always worries me that it's going to become just a breeding ground of familiar faces. That's kind of like every show, every movie that gets announced. That's like my biggest worry. I'm like, is this going to have somebody we already know? Is it going to tie into something else? I understand people love tie-ins and familiar stuff, but I mean, I'm beating a dead horse here. But that's the last thing that I want, you know. That's the last thing. Andor, yes, it had familiar faces, but I feel like it was tasteful. I feel like it made sense. Mon Mothma's in there. It made sense. You know, a lot of the other just ham-fisted character cameos, I guess you could call it, just don't make sense to me a lot of the time. It's just there for like the audience to go, oh, it's that character from that thing. Okay. Neato. Anyway, Oscar, I appreciate that, man. Alex Dunn and Oscar Rodriguez. Oscar, hold on, I'll read that in a second. Alex Dunn just simply says, sup, Greedo. What's up, Alex? Hope you're doing well, man. I appreciate that channel support. Haven't been interested in Mandalorian since the premiere of Season 2. I'm kind of with you, man. But, Alex, I appreciate that. Simple. Sup, Greedo. Sup, Alex. Cheers, man. Thank you for the support. I'm on vacation brain, man. I got 2 shifts of work left, and then me and my wife and my daughter are going on a week-long cruise, and I can't wait. It's going to be a blast. The cruise ship has like a little water park on it. My daughter's going to be in heaven. Yeah, we're going to a couple ports, a couple nice beaches. We're going to pig out and eat like an asshole. But yeah. Anyway, cheers, man. Oscar Rodriguez. Thank you once again. Oscar says, I was corrected by Christian Kim. Ignore that. Ignore what? That he's writing and directing? Let me see. Filoni isn't the showrunner for that show or even directing, writing. Episode 4. John Watts is doing the leading. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. I appreciate that, man. Oh my god, I forgot Jack Black was in Season 3, Caretaker. We're going to Grand Turks, Dominican Republic, and I think somewhere else as well. When I was on Twitter, I used to feel bad about being negative about the stuff because there's some... Hold on, let me skip this one. There's some fellas with a shitty negative online persona. Honestly, though, I don't like where it's going. Lackluster. I mean, like, Twitter is or X. How fucking lame is that? You know, Twitter is... there's people on there that are just... It's fine to be negative about things. There's things that I don't like, of course. But it's some people's entire personality to just shit on things on Twitter. But at the same time, like in the realm of Star Wars fans, there's people on Twitter whose entire personality is like getting all rustled up and mad about people not liking certain Star Wars things. There's like there's a big spectrum. On one end, it's just people who shit on everything, and on the other end, there's people who get mad when anybody doesn't like anything, and it's almost like, I don't even know what the term would be. Like, it's equally annoying. Like, people, to me, it's equally annoying. Just people who are, like, always complaining about the negative people. That's just as annoying as the negative people, you know, to me. Like, some people who say they're super positive Star Wars Twitter or whatever, are the most annoying just whiners that, like, seek out bullshit to be mad about. And I'm just like, ugh, why? Anyway. Like, if you don't like what somebody says, I mean, yeah, yeah, maybe you commented about it. Maybe you make a comment about it. I don't like this thing. But when you do that every day, all day, why don't you just ignore the shit that you don't like? Why? Why? I mean, from time to time, it's okay to engage and call goofiness out when you see goofiness. But when you're a quote unquote positive Star Wars Twitter user, and all you do is seek out bullshit, you're rotting your brain. It's not healthy. Just be. Anyway.
Misa thirsty. Okay, day.
Enjoy the ham, caretaker. Cheers, man. You shouldn't ruin someone's day over their fucking Batman opinion. Yeah. Darth Nicholas, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support once again, man. I appreciate that.
Misa not your.
I gotta do this. I gotta try to say this, Nick. Misa not Yusa failure, Obi-Wan. Yusa no kill Annie Skywalker. Misa did. The same way Misa destroyed Yusa. I'm gonna do my best. There's only like 3 Jar Jar Binks phrases, Nick, that I can do decently. As one is,
Okay, day. Yusa said people gonna die? Oh no. Misa Jar Jar Binks.
that wasn't even that great. I need to get a little more phlegm. But I'll give this my best shot, Nick. I'm not promising anything.
Misa not Yusa failure, Obi-Wan. Yusa no killer Annie Skywalker. Misa did.
Oh, that was horrible. I'll continue.
The same way Misa destroyed Yusa.
Does that pass? Was that bad? It was pretty bad.
Misa not Yusa failure, Obi-Wan. Yusa no killer Annie Skywalker. Misa did. The same way Misa destroyed Yusa.
That was a tongue twister. That was a tongue twister, Nick. I appreciate that channel support, man. And I embarrass myself even further. Cheers, man. Alex Dunn, thank you so much for the channel support as well. Alex says, have you seen the Dark Forces remaster? Played it years ago and quit on Diarrhea Water Slide, but with the remaster, I'm going to give it a second chance. Yeah, I haven't played it yet. I did see that it came out. I'm not in any rush to get it, just because I've played I've played Dark Forces for years. You know, I played it on DOSBox, on Steam. So I'm sure the remaster is better. Is it upscaled like 4K? I'm sure they made... I don't even know really what they did to it. I'm sure it's a lot better, a lot smoother on modern PCs, and it's great that people are able to play it on a console now. But I feel like I've been playing it for decades, on and off, and I've played it numerous times. I've even streamed it numerous times. So it's not like I'm chomping at the bits to play the remaster because, because I've played it not too long ago in its entirety, That's 4K? Okay, nice. So yeah, I mean, eventually if it comes down in price, what is it, like $30? That's kind of steep, in my opinion. I'll probably check it out if it comes down in price, but at the moment, there's other games that I'd like to play, I'd rather put my money towards Helldivers than the remaster of Dark Forces. As much as I love Dark Forces, it was one of the first-person shooters I ever played when I was a kid on my family's first PC in the mid-90s. I'm just not all that in a rush to get it, But I appreciate that, Alex. And yeah, might as well check it out if you got the time and if you got the ambition. Yeah, go for it, man. Maybe I'll watch some videos and check out what they've done. But yeah. Vince says, well, first of all, Vince, thank you so much for the channel support this evening. Vince says, when I'm watching these streams, I'm never thinking like, here I am in the Star Wars fandom. I'm thinking, I like chatting with these people. That's great. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want my live streams to be. I don't talk about Star Wars all the time. These live streams are more of a hangout that occasionally talks about Star Wars. Most of the time, we don't talk about Star Wars. And that's how life is. That's how conversation should be. And I want these conversations, this hangout, to be like real life, When I'm with my buddies, maybe Star Wars will come up. Maybe it won't. Most of the time it doesn't. And if it does, it's a quick thought, a quick conversation, and we're on the next thing. That's what I like about these live streams. Just shooting the shit with all you guys. Talking about life, talking about travel, talking about food, talking about beer, talking about games, talking about anything and everything. Talking about work, talking about, music, food. Did I mention food? But cheers, Vince. I appreciate that, man. That's best case scenario for these live streams for me. I dig it. I appreciate that channel support, man. What is this song? What the heck? I can't understand this voice. He could be saying the most heinous shit. Sounds cool, though. Alright, I'll leave it on. I think he just said, only time will tell, I think. We have not talked about food. What did everybody have for dinner tonight? Or if you're on the other side of the globe, what are you having for breakfast? We made fish tacos. I made some mahi on a skillet, some chili powder, kind of blackened it. Then we made a mango avocado salsa. And it was good. It was good. Soy ramen. There you go, Nicholas. I don't think I've ever had soy ramen. I haven't had ramen in years. I don't eat breakfast. I'm wondering what I should have for lunch. There you go, Christian. I usually don't eat breakfast. Well, actually, the only time I really eat breakfast is at the fire station. We always eat breakfast and dinner together around the table. At home, I never eat breakfast. The most I have is like a protein shake or something like that. Rice, steak, beans, and cucumber salad. Nice. I like a cucumber salad. Fat Man says steak, some fully loaded mashed potatoes, and corn. Meat lovers DiGiorno pizza. Last night I made butter chicken with white rice and broccoli. Nice. We do chicken and broccoli all the time. Like I make chicken like probably 90% of the month. Just like either grilled chicken or baked chicken or, you know, we don't really make fried chicken, but like I might slice up some chicken breasts and make some nuggets or something for us, and maybe lima beans or corn or something like that. That's like most of our diet. A couple chicken breasts and a veggie. Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much. Sounds like Night Call by Kavinsky. I like it. All right, let's see. Night Call. Night Call Kavinsky. Drive original movie soundtrack. Wait. It's also the Lincoln Lawyer soundtrack? I'll keep this up. Check this out. Interesting. I like this song. The song from Drive. I don't remember Drive. I don't remember Drive much. I remember the movie poster more than the movie. Ryan Gosling, right? Yeah, right? Drive movie. Yeah. I don't remember this movie. I know I saw it. Hyper stylized blend of violence. Does he have tattoos everywhere? Is that the movie I'm thinking of? No, maybe not. What movie am I thinking of? I know I saw this. Ryan Gosling. He's my wife's favorite. That handsome son of a bitch. That's right, Christian. Place Beyond the Pines. That's right, that's right. What is this? Blue Man Group? Nope. I actually saw the Blue Man Group in New York City back in 2010. Nice. I've never seen them. I'm assuming they're still around, right? It can't be the same band members, right? They must have a bunch of people, right? It's not just like one group, right? Yeah, I'm excited to see Dune 2, Alex. You haven't seen the first one? Oh, we didn't see the first one in the theater. It's kind of hard to get around to seeing movies with a 5-year-old. But when we watched it at home, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I'm really excited for the second one. Well, probably gonna have to wait till it comes out on home viewing. So, unfortunately. Yeah, watch it, Alex, for sure. It's a good one. Like, when I was watching it, I was just completely enthralled, and I was just I was experiencing it, you know. That probably sounds cliche and stupid and cheesy, but dude, I was completely into it. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna hop off here. Let's see. I'll probably, what is today? Tuesday. I have to work tomorrow. I'll be around Thursday and Friday. So yeah. Let me think. I'll probably end up doing a stream Thursday late night, probably around like 10 o'clock or 10:30 my time, Eastern time. Maybe I'll do some late night Battlefront or something like that. And then maybe a stream during the day on Friday. Try to get a video out on Friday as well. And then I work on Saturday. I'm off on Sunday. Probably end up doing a late night. Well, probably won't do anything on Sunday, actually. Yeah, we'll see. And then we go on our cruise, which I'm really looking forward to. But anyway, that's it for me, man. I just got super tired. But all right, I will see you guys in the next couple days. I'm gonna do some streams and maybe upload a video or two before the cruise, and then we're gone for a week. And then yeah, follow me on Instagram. Maybe I'll post some fun pictures on the ocean. But all right, everybody, thanks for hanging out. To everybody who super chatted and supported the channel, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm going to say it's going to go to the cruise fund. You bought me and my wife some beers, and my daughter some candy, and maybe a stuffed animal. I appreciate it, guys. All right, everybody, enjoy the rest of your morning, your afternoon, your evening, wherever you are on planet Earth. And I will catch you all on the flip side. See ya.